A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Dropping back, it's Sayed. That's caught. It's Porter. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires to the middle. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long.
Get set, get set.
To the air, it's Sayin. Forced out of the pocket. The throw. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Thompson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To To the air on second down. Sets up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Touch pass on the run. Into the open. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Working that wide receiver screen.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw again. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wideout. The offense changing the play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got him downfield.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw on third. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Thompson. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. And he's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
The give on the inside. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Sayin. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
He splits the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The DBs will back off a bit. Catch in the middle, it's Upshaw. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Creates a little space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. Makes the catch at the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Going to swing it on second down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over the Rebels. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll run behind the big guys on the right.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Makes the catch. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the 2nd half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And the quarterback hung up 2 and sacked at the 12.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
They boot it away. Corrals it at the 45. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, as a defensive guy, you use the sideline as your 12th man. You push the receiver out that direction. Look at the wide receiver, still doing a great job of getting small and getting that foot in bounds, making the play and catching the ball.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Kane. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Throwing right. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Makes the grab. It's Kane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They're going to run it to the right. Turning it on. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Back to throw, it's Sayin. They'll run the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
The Buckeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Gonna run it. It's Upshaw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. He's got him. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Grabbed behind the line. It's Roberts. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was... throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here comes the Auburn offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number one. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll try to take it back.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Zings it complete to the right.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The give from the gun. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Backed up now, here's second and long. He's got it on the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The screen, he can go. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He wants to throw it again. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? Pushes ahead. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal.
Music no! Music no!
A run for the quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Fakes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? Takes a snap, wants to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Now on second down after the incompletion.
22 water.
Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Buckeyes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the... And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 22 over the Judicials. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's got an open man. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? The give to the tailback. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.